Hello, welcome to my live psychic tarot reading on Brandy Norwood. If you would like your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading from me, or an astrology birth chart reading from me, I am an astrologer as well as a psychic tarot reader, then check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live. And also make sure you follow me on my social media pages at Lamarr Townsend on Instagram and on Facebook, Lamarr Townsend Tarot. So let's get right into it. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you like the video. And I have a few questions for Brandy. I want to know what's going on with her mental health. She recently canceled a show in DC that she had on the day that the show was supposed to, on the day she was supposed to, I guess, do her first show. She canceled the day of, basically. So I want to know what happened with that. And then my next question for Brandy is maybe will we get new music? All right. And what's next for her career? Oh, damn, good thing I didn't leave yet. Hey, Siobhan. Yes. So let's get right into it. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. What's going on with Brandy and her mental health? What's going on with Brandy and her mental health? Make sure if you want your own personal reading, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Let me know in the comment section who you want me to read next. All right. What's going on with Brandy Norwood and her mental health? Brandy Norwood and her mental health. I didn't get a notification. YouTube be tripping. Yeah, I don't think YouTube is like sending out my notifications. It's very weird. Oh, well, it'll get views as time goes on. Here we get the 10 of coins here in the past position. So could Brandy be going through money issues right now? There's something about, definitely at least, I sense, where Brandy is not making the same money she used to, or she's not seeing the same money as she used to. I feel like in the past, she literally didn't have to worry about money maybe 5 or 6 years ago, but now things have kind of changed a bit for her. I feel like this could be affecting her mental health in some way. Here we get the One of Swords. So this is interesting. This can be, something going on with mental health or mental health issues, but this can also be determination. This can also be endurance as well. I get the 8 of Wands though, so I think there's something going on with Brandy and her mental health. I feel like she could maybe be going through some sort of depression, to be honest. But I also feel like, there is something where Brandy may need to cleanse her energy in her home. All right. Do a spiritual cleanse, saging, or something like that. Because it could be an energy thing where, I don't know if you take spiritual baths, Brandy, but I would definitely suggest taking a spiritual bath, honestly. All right. Seeing a good... Okay, now the notification came through. Okay, yes. Hey, Siobhan. Hey, Samina. There's something with Brandy where I feel like she really needs to look into herbs, and she really needs to look into like cleansing her energy and her aura. I feel like a lot of her mental health issues does come from either psychic attacks, evil eye energy, that people send, or just not protecting her energy. All right, so I do think you need to get more into protecting your energy, Brandy. I think a big part of your maybe mental health issues that you may be having right now do with money as well. And I think you want to break into the market again, but you just don't know how to angle that comeback. You don't know. And I also think there's a lot going on behind the scenes where it's like an uphill battle when it comes to your career. It's like you have to kind of make new relationships in terms of networking, or you have to because there may be a thing where old doors, are now closed in some way or are hard to open, a little bit harder to open as they once were in the past. This could be to, the politics of celebrity. This could also be due to age. You're not that old, but, you're not as young as you once were either. Although, you look amazing for your age. In terms of how you look, almost looks like you haven't aged at all. But with that being said, I do think there is something, going on with Brandy's mental health. I think once again it could deal with energy, spirituality. So I think she needs to protect her energy. Definitely protect your wealth. Do some protection candles, Brandy. Look into seeing a spiritualist, a priestess, some whatever you're into. All right. Seriously, because I think or a priest, or not just a spiritual priest, but like a bishop, a church priest, that kind of thing. Anything to kind of cleanse your energy, to help balance you. I think this is very, very important. I think a big part of your mental health issues, honestly, Brandy, comes from spiritual imbalance in your life, energetic imbalance. So, Brandy, I do think you need to take your spiritual energy more seriously. I also think this is a big part of the reasons of why things manifest into your life and then suddenly crash or disappear. Okay? And then I get this card that comes out, which is the evil eye for me. Okay? So, Brandy, I really think, you'll notice a difference. If you just get a good spiritual cleansing. But I also think I think there's something with you where you're not consistent. I think that's part of your thing, because I think you need grounding, but it's like when you find something that grounds you, such as yoga or Pilates, or whatever your situation is, it's like you do it long enough that it grounds you, and then you're on to the next thing. It's like you don't understand that you kind of have to keep up with that thing to stay grounded. All right? To build up that grounding energy within yourself. Make sure you guys like the video. So I think, Brandy, there's something where, I don't know, I feel like there could be something mental health related, and I feel like it could also deal with having issues with or struggling with the place you are now in your life versus what you're used to. All right? Maybe in terms of celebrity, maybe in terms of status, maybe in terms of, I think, just how the world responds to you, honestly. Like, I think the world is responding to you differently now, and it is throwing your mental health for a bit of a loop. All right? I think you're more mature now, you're older, you're a woman, and I think mentally it's like you haven't caught up to the age you're at almost. It's like there are certain blockages, certain things that need to be healed, totally healed or worked through in order for you to mentally be all the way there. And I think it starts with grounding yourself spiritually. Okay? So that's what I see with that. So now our next question is, why did Brandy cancel her DC concert? So Brandy had a concert in Washington, D.C. It was, I think it's with a symphony or an orchestra. It was a very big concert. She canceled the day of, and a lot of people were upset. I'm a big fan of Brandy, actually. People flew into DC to see her. So I want to see now, what happened with that? Why did she cancel? She said she was sick. So let's just see what went on with that. Why did Brandy cancel her DC concert the day of? Why did Brandy cancel her Washington, D.C. concert the day of? Why did Brandy really cancel her Washington, D.C. concert the day of? Why did Brandy cancel her DC concert the day of? Hey, Aisha. Hey, Tawanda. Why did Brandy cancel her Washington, D.C. concert the day of? What really went on? Was she really sick? Let's see. Why did Brandy cancel her DC concert the day of? Okay, I get the Six of Swords here, so I definitely think there's an element of stage fright or fear. Once again, I think, Brandy, you need to cleanse your energy. Honestly, because I think there's always something where, how do I say this? Like, there's always some fear that creeps in. There's always something that, kind of comes in and messes with your mental health. I think this may have been one of those moments. I get the Chariot here in the present position. With the Hermit, I think it may have been stage fright, honestly. I think part of it was stage fright. I do think she may have been under the weather. This can mean under the weather for me. But the sword is down. So I think the sword in the man's hand is down. So I think there is something about stage fright here. Just ignore them, you guys. I have no idea what that was about, but who cares? Really, who cares? I get the King of Coins here, in the present position. Brandy, I think there was a lot of money at stake here. I think there's actually a lot of people who are upset at her. And I think maybe this is also part of your needing to cleanse your energy. I think there was a lot of money at stake here. And I think this was not only a big moment for you, but a big moment for the Kennedy Center. Is that where it was again? Thank you so much, Siobhan. I love you, Siobhan. Thank you for handling that. I think I only got to block one person. You had that on lock. That was like ridiculous. But thank you. So I definitely think there are people upset at Brandy due to her canceling the show the day of. Not only, and I think you're getting this from all around. I think there are people at the venue, the Kennedy Center, who are upset. I think there are people who bought tickets who are upset. And it's interesting because I think there are people who didn't buy tickets who are upset as well. All right. And I also think that, arguments or disagreements could be the cause of her canceling as well, to be honest. Whether I think she was arguing with people behind the scenes. But I definitely don't think she was lying about being under the weather, but I do think that there's more to the story. All right. So, and I think it's a culmination of things. I think she was disagreeing with people behind the scenes. I think she was disagreeing with the Kennedy Center itself, honestly. I think there's just a lot going on, and I think her kind of walking off was kind of the last straw. It was kind of the one thing that kind of burst the balloon. So it's going to be, tough for her to come back from this. I think this is going to add another layer to her mental health. All right. So I think, Brandy, I think if anything, you definitely need to take your mental health seriously right now. All right. So my next question is, what's next for Brandy in her career? I want to know if she's actually going to come out with a new album, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm just ignoring their asses. Who cares? I think it's pathetic that someone has this much time on their hands to troll. But it also says a lot about me too, so there must be something about me that attracts the trolls enough to attract your attention and your energy. So feed me your energy, trolls. I love it. Thank you for the views, the likes, the dislikes. I really don't care. What's next for Brandy in her career? Is Brandy going to come out with a new album? What's next for Brandy in her career? I'm not even reading your comments, to be honest. What's next? I'm into this reading, honey. What's next for Brandy in her career? What's next for Brandy in her career? And if you end up disliking the video, I'll just hide the dislikes because I don't care about your dislikes. I just don't care. I don't know you, I don't know who you are behind the screen. So just go away. Like, you're wasting your time. You're not getting any attention from me. Except from what I'm giving you right now, the little bit I'm giving you right now. What's next for Brandy in her career? Is she going to come out with a new album? Or will this DC event affect her career? Haters going to hate the life of a Cappy. Love you, Lamarr. Thank you. Love you too. Yeah, like literally, it's... You guys are ridiculous. Like, an internet troll is the least thing on my mind. But it makes sense because I feel like Brandy gets a lot of hate as well. So I don't know. I'm not surprised. It is what it is. What is next for Brandy in her career? Will she come out with a new album? Will this DC event affect her career? To be honest, I hope she refunds people their money or she at least reschedules. I almost bought tickets, but I'm glad I didn't. No shade, no tea. I've seen Brandy a few times in concert, though. I get the Four of Swords here in the past. So once again, Brandy is trying to get back to where she once was. Although I think the more time goes on and the more mishaps happen, I think that kind of dream gets further and further away a little bit, unfortunately. So I think it's about really Brandy when it comes to her career, stabilizing her career to the point where she can kind of, if not be where she once was again, be to the point where she can attract things to her more easily. I feel like for the last few years, Brandy has struggled with getting maybe jobs, securing certain things. I get the Six of Cups here, so I definitely think she's gonna have to clean up her image. She's gonna have to take her image a lot more seriously. And she's gonna have to be more truthful with herself and with the people around her as well. I think her number one passion is singing. You see the singing woman in the picture? I think her number one passion is singing. But I just think at this day and age, that car accident situation transformed her. Yes. I just think in this day and age, there's just so many other things going on behind the scenes and so many other things now. I think it's more than just, it's politics, but it's more than just politics in this day and age when it comes to the music industry. And it's not like it once was. So I don't think Brandy's used to music in this day and age and how to maneuver a career in music in this day and age. I feel like, this may also add to her depression, like not being able to figure it out. Money issues. So I don't know. I'm not trying to I'm just saying what the cards show you guys. Conflict. The fives always mean conflict for me, okay? In the tarot decks, the fives always mean conflict. I get the Ten of Cups here, though. I do think while, some of your fan base may be in disarray, I think, there will always be fans for you, Brandy, who love you. I will always think that there are people there who support you. But I think it's time to take certain things in your life a little bit more seriously. And I think it's almost like you can't get your career right if your mental health isn't right. So I think it's time to but I also think, Brandy, you're the type of person who goes through seasonal depression as well. So I do think your mental health affects your career in some way. But I think it's the scrutiny. I think it's the dealing with the public that comes energy that comes with this your aspect of your career as well. That kind of aids to your mental health. So I don't know. I think it's a little bit of a struggle for Brandy to get back up to the top. I think she's always going to be making money with the Queen of Coins coming out. But I think it may be, jobs here and there, and it may be, I don't feel like it's ever really her asserting herself and being Brandy the star again, like she really wants to, and like a lot of us want her to be as well. I think a lot of it is, her mental health, blocking her. Also, politics behind the scenes blocking her as well. But I think she'll always be working. She'll always be doing something. Whether or not that something really takes off and catapults her to the next thing is always kind of a gamble, always kind of up in the air. But I do think she'll always be working, but it will kind of be a struggle to take the necessary steps to get back to where she was. Like, okay, we got, like back in the day, she said, it was kind of like, okay, we got Moesha. We can, leverage this and, make an album. We can leverage this album and make a movie. Like, it's going to be hard for her to have that kind of, step 1, step 2, step 3 situation until she rectifies things behind the scenes when it comes to mental health, when it comes to her energy, and taking that more seriously and getting right within herself and her spirit, like really, I think that's the issue here. That was traumatic. Yeah, I think like there's just underlying trauma probably and pain and wounds that have not been healed, properly, So Brandy, if she isn't getting counseling, she needs to. I agree. I think she does need counseling, Because I think if she got counseling, it would actually help her career and her life overall in a very positive way. So I don't think it would be a bad thing at all for Brandy to get counseling, okay? If she hasn't already, as you said, but consistent counseling. Not just, okay, I feel like I've gotten over this. So, thank you for being on payroll. We'll call you when we need you. No, like, you need to keep going with it, keep going through it. Maybe have an Ayanla moment, all right? You don't have to have an Ayanla moment on camera, maybe, but I don't know, maybe Ayanla does at home counseling or something like that. Like, seriously, I think it would help you. And I think Ayanla also knows spiritual energy as well, Yep, and also some Reiki, exactly, Tawanda. Thank you. Because I also do feel like Brandy, I do sense that she feels like aches in her body, but I feel like that also stems from holding in energy, and not properly channeling that energy or allowing that energy to dissipate from your life. So I agree with that, Tawanda. So Brandy girl, I hope you get more into spirituality. Seriously, I think you will eventually, and that's when we'll notice a change, really good change in your outlook, on your career. You may start beefing less with people, or maybe not beefing at all. So, but until then, you're just gonna go through the gigs. You really need a healing, or you need a transformation moment, an evolution. I'm rooting for Brandy. Me too. I love Brandy. We love you, Brandy. So I'm wishing you the best. Let's see if she's going to come out with new music last, because I want to just know if she's going to come out with a new album or new music. Is Brandy going to come out with a new album, or is Brandy coming out with new music anytime soon? Is Brandy coming out with a new album? Yes, we love you, Brandy. Yes, Siobhan. Is Brandy going to come out with a new album or new music soon? Is Brandy going to come out with a new album or with new music anytime soon? I got the Queen of Cups in the past. I think there's issues with music coming out. I think, once again, this is kind of an uphill battle for her. I think she's having to do certain things, to maneuver certain things, finesse certain things to get her in the clear to make new music, to release new music. I get the Queen of Wands, though, so I definitely think she's working on something. I definitely think she's in the lab working on something. I think she may even have something already created, already kind of laid out. But I think it's a matter now of just distributing it, making sure she's in the clear legally. Does she have a woman lawyer? I get the 9 of coins. There's something I feel like where if she comes out with a new album, it's going to be an independent or like an independent, going the independent route in some way. I think she may release something for sure, if at the very least a single, because I get the singing woman here in the background. But there's just something about Brandy as well, where if she plays her cards right, she can bypass all of these little politics I see down here, all right, and kind of just release her music, tour, and really career in a stable position, like I was talking about earlier, right? But I think that comes down to her mental health. I do think, there could be something where she needs to take better care of her body as well. So I would say there is new music, but I think she may be holding off on it for a while, because I think she just may be going through things behind the scenes, whether she is having an illness, whether she is going through something emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I think she just wants to make sure she can fully support this new music, whatever this new music is. Because I don't think she wants another DC moment. I don't think that will be good for her or her mental health, honestly. She definitely has music that she wants to release. I think she's just waiting for that right time to release it. I actually think she, whatever she was planning to release got pushed back. If you're a Brandy fan, she's the queen of the pushback. So I feel like if she was going to release a new album, and I know there was a little bit of buzz about that, there was a little bit of buzz about that. She pushed it back. She will push it back. And I feel like she's actually not going to really talk about it. She's going to really keep it on the hush hush. Because she's just like really wanting to make the right moves right now. She's really wanting to make boss moves right now. But I do feel like she's going to come out with new music. She will come out with new music, even if she ends up releasing teaser singles or something like that. She doesn't want to fail. Exactly. Thank you, Siobhan. She doesn't want to fail. Yeah. I feel like that's what it is. But I do see new music, so that's exciting. Ow. I do think she's going to come out with a new album. And it'll be in a completely different direction than she's probably ever gone in, or, a direction that we're not used to seeing her going. So it's exciting, Brandy. You are an Aquarius, girl, so, I can't wait to see what you come up with. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell next to the subscribe button. This has been the Brandy reading. And make sure if you want your own personal reading, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, or just type in Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Google, and I will show up. All right, my website will show up. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching this video. Also, make sure you follow me on my social media pages at Lamarr Townsend, and on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend official. Until the next video, love and light. And Brandy, we love you, girl. All right, see you guys later.